What's good, y'all? It's your boy Denzel. Back with another one on Making It Look Easy. And been sitting on this one for about a little over a week and a half now. The Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight. Scheduled for December 19th in Miami, Florida. Oh man, it's so much to talk about when it comes to this fight, because on one hand, a lot of people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul lose, and then on the other hand, it's boxing, so who knows what can happen. He could possibly make it a competitive. He could make it a competitive fight. He believes that he's going to make it competitive, and he's alluding to maybe even beating him on the scorecards. You know, he thinks he's chinny. He has no rhythm. Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all remember, about 2 years ago, maybe 3, Jake Paul was supposed to fight Hasim Rahman Jr. and he didn't fight him because it was a weight that Jake wanted Hasim to come down to, and they was monitoring his weight, and then they end up canceling the fight. Now there's all these different speculations on why the fight got canceled, but they wanted Hasim to get down, and I want to say there was a weight clause in it. That's why Jake didn't come out and say too much about Tank and Ryan, because he did the same thing to Hasim Rahman, but they ended up canceling the fight. But now Jake Paul, he fights heavyweights. So my logic is, why not fight Hasim if he was really, really serious about fighting a real boxer? But on the other tip, business-wise, Anthony Joshua gonna sell, and if he's going to lose to a real boxer, why not go to the tippity top and fight somebody like Anthony Joshua? Makes sense to me on the business tip. So I can't knock it. I will also give Jake some credit by even getting in there in the first place, because when it comes to this boxing shit, that's the thing. You ain't got to get knocked out, yo. You could just get beat up for 10, 12 rounds, and you will wish you would have got knocked out. You know, the knockout sometimes is easier on these fighters than just getting beat up on, depending on the fighter and if you got the heart for it. But that's the thing, like, we haven't seen Jake really be challenged in the ring yet. We haven't seen him tested. His chin hasn't fully been tested yet. And everybody's already on the belief that he's going to obliterate Jake. Anthony Joshua, that is going to just destroy him, demolish him. I can see that happening. But what if he don't, though? Does that mean Anthony Joshua a bum? Does that mean he ain't got it no more? Or does that mean that Jake really, really put in the work? Because I've heard from multiple sources that Jake can actually box. He can actually box. I don't know if y'all know who the Muslim boxer is, but he said that KSI punches harder than Jake, but Jake has better boxing abilities. Oh shit. God damn. But yeah. December 19th, the whole world gonna tune into that. For some reason they gotta fight in Miami. It is what it is. I don't think Jake has fought in Vegas though. I don't think he's fought in Vegas yet. I don't think. he always fights in these random ass cities like Tampa Bay. You know, he's from Ohio. But Jake is a real fighter now, though. And I got to make this claim too when it comes to his resume. For all the real boxers that came up, they first maybe 12 fights, at least the favorite fighters that we know, like the Devin Haney's, the Tanks, the Boots, early off in the game, they didn't have these big name fighters. They was fighting nobodies, people that's not really on their level. It's all about matchmaking and building a fighter. So with Jake fighting these UFC guys, these guys, they fighters, but they're not boxers. And people want Jake to fight a boxer real quick so bad. And don't get me wrong, I'm not with the Mike Tyson's shit. I feel like if he can fight Mike Tyson, he can fight Andre Ward. That's fair. But, you know, to be fair to Jake, you know, he's 12-1. And so, with him being a cash cow in the sport, I would even go as far as to say he's the face of boxing. But that's for another conversation. I think I may mention that already, but to me, he's already the face of boxing. I mean, he's the cash cow of the sport. However, he always needs a dance partner to make it go to that level. He can make big fights, but not all his fights are big fights. He just fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Hopefully I said the name right. I was at that fight. It was in California. That wasn't like a big fight. It wasn't a big fight. When he fought Mike Tyson, it was big. When he fought Tommy Fury, it was big. And that was in Saudi. When he fought Tyron Woodley, 1 and 2, big. It's Tyron Woodley. Who else he fought that was just like big? Like these big fights. Maybe, I don't even think Nate Diaz. I think his biggest fight right now got to be Mike Tyson. You know, I was at that fight, and that was like grand. That fight, that atmosphere in there was crazy. But yeah, Jake Paul, he's on the big stage, so for him to be doing that, and he has like 100 million some followers, so yeah, he was gonna fight Gervonta Tank Davis. So yeah, you could call him the face of boxing, hate him or love him. That doesn't mean that he's the best fighter. That doesn't mean that he's even on that level. But as far as making money wise, he is it. He generates a lot of money. And so with that being said, you know, I would consider him to be the face of boxing. I mean, he's about to fight Anthony Joshua. How big can you get? Tommy Fury ain't even got there yet. Deontay Wilder ain't even got there yet. Anthony Joshua sold out the O2 Arena twice. Keep that shit in mind. This is a smart business move for him. But I know a lot of people want to see him get knocked out. I'm just looking to see something interesting. So we'll see what happens. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to see you on the next one.